Hey YouTube, what's going on? I have a deck profile for you guys. This is my Blue Eyes Maiden deck that I just went to the Charlotte regional at. I did pretty good, but I had to drop for personal reasons. But I was doing pretty well in it when I was working on it, and I figured I should give you guys a deck profile and show you guys what it is. And I'll either make or I'll show you guys at the end some different plays with the deck, or I'll just make a little video. Haven't decided yet. So yeah, let's get into it. First, the basic 3 blue eyes white dragons. Some people run 2. I run 3 because I use also 2 dark storms. Basically, just extra targets. And also you can use trade-in with them, which is really good. We run the Darkness Metal, pretty basic. Then 3 Blue Eyes Maiden, or Maiden with Blue Eyes. Again, pretty staple for the deck. That's what the whole thing's based off of. Next, I run Knew It. This card is actually really good in this deck. It's basically kind of like a dumbed down version of Maiden. I'll read you the exact effect right here. Focus it in. There you go. Once per turn during either player's turn, when this face-up card on the field is targeted by a spell card, trap card, or monster effect, special summon one dragon type normal monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard and make its attack and defense 0. So basically, it's kind of similar to Maiden, where being targeted activates his effect. Now, the only difference is the attack and defense is 0, but you get to choose any normal monster, not just Blue Eyes, which is good, and what I used a lot for some of my plays during the game. So I run 2 of those. Next, I run Galaxy Serpent. I use this with Knew It's effect to get a synchro for 6, or if I needed it, or you would get the Flame Veil Guard for synchro of 5. I more did 5 than 6 for the reason that I only have 1 6 and it's Vulcan. You know, I only used Vulcan occasionally. But that's why these 2 are in here. Plus, they're targets for cards consonants, which is also really helpful. So yeah, I run these 2. Next, 2 White Stone Legend. I only run 2 for the fact that you already have 2 other tuners, and it's just not really necessary to have a 3rd. It just seems to slow the deck down for me. Next, I run 3 Bright Star Dragons. It's a normal. It's not a normal. It's a common card that was in Galactic Overlord, and it's really good for this deck because he can target 1 card on the field, one of your monsters on the field, increase its level by 2. And if you do that, you can do that to either Knew It, or you can do it to what's his name, Maiden, and then trigger their effects, make all their effects go off, and it just is really helpful. Or you can do it to one of the tuners. So you, instead of getting just a level 5, you can get a level 7 or a level 8 if you're using Galaxy Serpent. So it's a really good card that helps with the targeting. I might take it down to 2 for the fact that occasionally it can be a dead draw, but for the most part when I ran it, it was helpful. Next, I run Honest, basic, because almost every single card in here besides 2 monsters or 3 monsters is light, and so it's really helpful. And then 2 Max Ds. The Max Ds are just for draw power. A lot of decks this format are special summoning in this format. So main decking Max C is really helpful. It saved my ass a few times. It's a really good card to put in your deck for now. Next, for spells, I run 3 trade-ins. Again, I run 3 for the reason that I have 5 targets for trade-in, which is really helpful. and it's also more draw power. Draw power is a big thing right now, and it helps in this deck so much. So 3 trade-ins, and then 3 cards of consonants. Again, I have 5 targets for cards of consonants, which is really helpful. And then and it's just more draw power. All right. Next, 3 silver scry. This is again pretty much a staple in the deck. It allows you to special summon a normal monster from your graveyard. You can only use one once per turn though, but it's pretty much, if you have the right field, you only need to use 1, and then you can just do whatever you want. It's a really helpful card, especially when you need it. Next, I run 3 Forbidden Chalices. The reason why I run 3 is for the fact that Chalice targets, so I would have this set and then a Maiden. Come here, Maiden. Oh, that's a Maiden. Alright, there we go. I would run this in Maiden, and just in case, I would use Forbidden Lance, target Maiden. The way it Maiden's effect chains to the Forbidden Chalice, so her effect would go off before this resolves, so her effect would not be negated. So I can special summon a Blue Eyes and then Synchro for 9, which is again really helpful. So yeah, I run 3 of those. Then I run 2 Forbidden Lance, just for the reason of defense. And again, next, 2 MSTs. There's not really much ability to destroy spells or traps in this deck, so MSTs are a really helpful card, just to get rid of things, and very helpful. And then 1 Dark Hole and 1 for 1. Again, pretty basic. And then for the traps, I only run 5 traps. I run 2 Castle Dragon Souls. This is really helpful for just the deck. Like, it targets Maiden. It allows you to get Maiden's effect off. It allows you to do to banish dragons, increase your attack. Really helpful. And when it's destroyed, you can send it. You can special summon one of your dragons back. So if you have Dark Flare, or Dark Storm, not Dark Flare, excuse me. You have Dark Flare on the fact it's a Gemini. So if you use your normal summon for it, Dark Flare's effect activates, which says once per turn you can send 1 face-up spell or trap card you control to the graveyard, destroy all spell and trap cards on the field. By doing this, you send Dragon Soul to the grave. Alright? So, to activate its effect, Dragon Soul activates and you can special summon one of your banished dragons. So, for example, if you have Blue Eyes banished, so you will get the special summon Blue Eyes. And then you destroy all of their spells or trap cards on the field. Really helpful. Really helpful play. And then, and then for the end, I run 3 Reckless Greed. I'm probably going to take this down to 2. 3 just kind of came out to be a little unnecessary. But Reckless Greed, still draw power, really helpful. It saved me in tight spots where I only had like 1 or 2 cards in hand, and I needed to draw something. Just activated a Reckless Greed. Drew, got what I needed to, either for cards of consonants or trade in or something like that. Just was able to go off from there. Actually, at one point I had the perfect hand where I had one trade in, I had 1 cards of consonants, and then I had a Blue Eyes, and then I had what's it called? The White Stone Legend. So activate cards of consonants, White Stone, draw 2 cards, add another Blue Eyes to my hand. One of the cards I drew was another trade-in, activated both trade-ins, just drew, and it was just a great hand. It allowed me to get off a lot of my plays, like within the first couple turns. Next, for the extra deck, I run Catastor. It's a level 5, really helpful. Then Armani's Keeper of the Boundaries. This is basically a dumbed down version, or not even a dumbed down version of Star Raiders. It's just really good. And it's good against like mermails. If you're attacking a Bisland or something, a Bisland's effect can activate because Armani's effect says no effects can activate during the damage step. So therefore, his effect, Bisland's effect would not activate. Really good this format. Next, Vulcan the Divine. Use this with Castle of Dragon Souls. Again, really helpful, but also conditional. Black Rose is it's a level 7. Just blow up the field just in case. Again, helpful. Ancient Sacred Wyvern. This is a really helpful card when you're up by a lot, but you just need that extra push because he'll gain the attack, his attack will be increased by the difference of your 2 life points as long as you are ahead. If you're not ahead, then he loses loses attack points. So that's one thing you gotta be careful of. Next, Spark. Spark is again a basic card in this deck. Very helpful. Adds to protection, and it also targets for Maiden's effect or Nuit's effect, and that's also really helpful. Sorry, if you hear a dog barking, that's just my dog being stupid. Next is the basic Azure Silver Dragon. There's running 3, again, really basic. I think my dog's done now, thank you. Next is Star Eater. I run 1 Star Eater. You can get this out by using the effect of Bright Star Dragon with Maiden, special summoning Blue Eyes, and then synchroing with the Blue Eyes and the Maiden to get Star Eater. Again, really helpful. Next, I run Star Liege. This card, I didn't really use this card very much at the regional, but it was helpful. It's a helpful card, just extremely conditional. Daigusto Emerald, again, pretty basic for the reasoning. Special summon of Blue Eyes from your graveyard. Lightning Chidori. I only put this in because I couldn't get a hold of a Felgrand before the tournament. I was supposed to borrow one and I didn't get a chance, and I never picked one up. But this would be a Felgrand if I had one. Next, Dragaloon. This is, again, it's also kind of conditional. You need to have no other monsters on the field, so or no other dragons on the field, and it's kind of difficult, and it's really good when you need it, but I didn't always need it. And then Ted, Thunder and Dragon, was very helpful. Just nuking the field, getting what you need to get done, very helpful. The deck in general was really fun, really helpful. If you guys have any questions, I can, if there's any want for me to do a more in-depth play-by-play setup of this deck, I will be happy to do that, but I would need to see the results. So if you would want to see that, leave a comment below. And if you have any specific questions about why I run certain cards or why I don't run certain cards, make sure to leave a comment, and I'll be sure to respond. I'll be happy to answer anybody's questions. And if you have any suggestions, I mean, I'm not against suggestions. If you have a suggestion that, oh, you should, maybe if you add this or take away this, that would be really helpful. That I'm not against that. I'm not gonna go delete your comment. No, I mean, I'm not like the #1 person in this game, so I know there's some better plays that are possible, and I would like to hear your opinions. So leave a comment in the section below, and if you have any comments or anything like that, and also make sure to go check out my trade binder video, and along with a bunch of other videos that will be uploading soon. And that will be it. This is Mr. Ninja, or Ninja Man, and I approve this message. Peace out, guys.